Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and today I'm gargoyling atop of my wonderful little house here in the Spawn Village on Hermitcraft. And I've got something to show you. It's a little book I wrote, and I think even if I'm not in first-person mode, I should be able to just click on it and open it up. I call this little book The 13th Doctor and the Hermit, and it's written in the neoclassical school of American fanfiction style. I'm not necessarily a neoclassicist myself, so this is my best attempt to imitate that style. I hope you guys enjoy it. Now, so like all neoclassical works of fanfiction in America, I've got to start with the disclaimer, because this work shouldn't be stolen. This is original and should not be posted to fanfiction.net without permissions from me, Kay. So, one day the Doctor had just regenerated after a creeper blew up his face, and then he was the 13th Doctor because the one before that was Good and the one before that was Matt Smith. The 13th Doctor regenerated and was bald and only had a tooth and decided to be a hermit named Generic B. So the old bald Doctor flew his TARDIS, which is like a chest turned sideways and blue except a spaceship for time travel, and flew it to Birmingham, the industrial capital of the United Kingdom, in the year 2012, and decided to land in Isima's garden, which is a British yard, even if nothing grows there except despair about the city's economy. And then the Dr. B came out of the TARDIS, and Isima was there in the garden with his pony friends, and the ponies told Isima, "No, don't go! Your friendship is the most magical!" But Dr. B said, "That is the friendship that I want to have for my adventure so I don't get blown up by another creeper." And then they flew away in the TARDIS, and it made a noise, and the ponies were scared without Isima. The door of the TARDIS opened, and Isima thought they'd be going somewhere in Minecraft, but friendship in Minecraft is not as important as friendship in Pokemon, and Isima built a mob farm to kill creepers, and used their powders to make TNT, and Dr. B and Isima wore Guy Fawkes masks, and attacked the Pokemon Parliament in Viridian City so the Pokemon could be free and have rights and not be trapped in balls like the guys in the Death Star. When Isima came back to his garden and the ponies were gone, and Biffa was there saying, "Oh no, the ponies are gone." And then the story was to be continued. Isn't that the best neoclassical American fanfiction you've read today, or had read to you today? Look, the sun has risen on our fair town as a sign, a signifier, that even that massive ball of, I don't know, I want to say stereoscopic gas, but I feel like it's more thermonuclear. I don't know. It's incandescent, that's what it is. Whoa! Should not look at my feet. They are not for looking at. I'm not used to this point of view. Let me switch back to my normal first-person point of view. And what we're going to do today is we're going to put this back in the Lendon Library here, Dr. Hermit, by Joe Hill Says. And we're going to come back inside, because we've been gargoyling enough. Now we've got to, do something different. Let's get some book and ink and a quill and make a book and quill. So I like to get back out here just because this is where I think best. I can see the big tree in the distance. I've got the spawn behind me. It's a good place to be. So let's go ahead, open this up. Now, this is going to be the Doctor and the Hermit Part 2. And I'm going to kind of run you through how I write neoclassical American fanfiction. First, you got a warning. So let's type that out. And this is like a warning. The extra ing is how important it is to not steal my ideas, 'cause I thought them up. Oh, wow. I get caught up in the misspelling. But it's got to be close, because it has to look like it was proofread casually, but not too casually. So then we're going to have a little divider here, because everybody loves a little ASCII art. Now, last time, because we got to assume people didn't read the last one. Last time, the Doctor and Isima blew up the Pokemon. Can I actually make the... Oh, that's the best! Did you guys see that? I made the accent on the E. Ah! I'm so excited. It's a good day. Blew up the Pokemon Parliament, and then the ponies were all gone. And Biffa told them the ponies were all gone. Now, it's important to pull in previous events because, actually, I can't fit the period there because the book doesn't have enough space. It's important to pull in previous events because it makes it look like you have a really good sense of structure. But what you have to do is like either over-explain or under-explain key points, okay? So, like I said, neoclassical American fanfiction style. Next page. So we've explained what was happening here. So the doctor didn't want to stay because he liked Isma too much, and when he loves someone too much, they die, and this is not foreshadowing that Isma will die because the doctor left before he could get hurt. See, we got to demonstrate that we have an incredibly nuanced knowledge of writing, you know? We understand what foreshadowing is. We know what that is. So then it was just using so then a lot is also great. Starting with whale, very neoclassical American. So then it was just Biffa and Isma and no ponies. Let's capitalize that. Oh, dang it. Out of space. This is a weird way to write. I'm not used to this Minecraft book writing yet. I'm going to tell you guys, I have not written this in advance. I'm making this up as I go. I have a loose structure in my head, but this is pretty much, this is freeform, because that's how neoclassical American fanfiction is written. It's written in one pass. Like, somebody will have an idea and be like, I'm going to tell the story of how blah, 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 blah. And then they just start wailing on their keyboard until it's done, and then they post it. And then they get mad when people don't post comments or like it on their Zanga. So, okay. Let me go back to the beginning of the sentence. So then it was just Biffa and Isma and no ponies. Okay, you don't want to do so too many times, because then that breaks it up. Biffa said to Isma and the no ponies, "Oh no, we need to find the ponies." Now, what we're going to do here, this is a nice little technique. We're going to go ahead and have a closing quotation, but not an opening one. Very, very smooth. You don't want to overdo that one either. Just subtle. It's all about subtlety. In fact, I'm kind of ruining it for you by doing this in front of you. But, wow, I shouldn't clap in the booth, because, yeah, I'm going to have to mute that later. Okay, we need to find the ponies. Everyone was asked by Biffa and Isma as they looked for the ponies where the ponies were. See that? That's just absolutely horrible sentence structure, but it's beautiful in this context. Everyone was asked by Biffa and Isma as they looked for the ponies where the ponies were. Now, you would be tempted to add punctuation here to end the sentence. We're going to add a comma just to make this remotely readable, but then we're going to plow right on through. And everyone said that they were taken, and that Etho did it. Yeah, let's go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Mixing it up. And Isma, wow, knew that Etho didn't do it because Etho was busy in his lab making mutagen so the turtles could come from New York and not be aliens next time. Is it J.J. Abrams? Yeah, next time J.J. Abrams got bored making Fringe and tried to put turtles in a movie. So now we've got conflict because we have misinformation being thrown about. And so the question then for the reader is obviously not only where are the ponies, but why is whoever took the ponies trying to frame Etho? See? This is a gripping narrative. It's enthralling, and I'm going to just keep going. So since Isama knew... Now we're going to explain that, just in case the readers missed it. So since Isama knew that Etho didn't... Oh, dang it, stupid new page. Didn't take the ponies, he had to ask himself who would want to frame Etho and take the ponies, because someone who just wanted to frame Etho wouldn't have bothered to go through the trouble of taking all the ponies, because they have a lot of friendship and are hard to fight with and steal. So, okay, now what we're going to do, I hadn't planned this at all, but we gotta keep taking it back. We gotta keep looking at what we had, and so we've got two ways we can go here. We can have this be some sort of retaliation for blowing up the Pokemon Parliament, where the Elite Four show up with their Pokeballs and stole the ponies as a means of retribution against Isama. And what we probably want to do in that case is put somebody in the Elite Four who is not normally in the Elite Four, but is like a fan favorite character or whatever. Or we can go through and say, real twist ending, that the ponies are on a secret mission, and they started the rumor, and then Isama has to help on the secret mission, and then it's to be continued. And of the two, inserting somebody who doesn't belong into the Elite Four is kind of funny. I like it, but I think it's kind of, from a dragging this out into as many chapters as possible standpoint, the way that people would normally write fanfiction, I think, would tend to lean more toward the ponies were on a secret mission and Biffa and Isama have to go help. Now, what we want to do then is we want to pull in a additional property from which we could pull. Like, we've already pulled in Pokemon, Ninja Turtles, all that. So we've got Doctor Who already in there. What's something else that people really like? I know they like Supernatural a lot, but I don't know anything about Supernatural. So one thing I can do is I can throw in Supernatural, but then throw in the wrong names of the characters, but that doesn't work as well. And so instead, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this back out to something that I do know and can write about. And so let's just, in this case, say that we're going to go with Stargate Universe, okay? So then the United Nations Space Command showed up and found Isama and Biffa, and they had to sign a non-disclosure agreement, and we're like, whoa, what is going on here? But they signed it because they have no fears of litigation by the United Nations, as the UN legal department is busy with refugees after the Dragon Ball incident. Yeah, so we're just going to throw that in for a prequel later. And then they got taken by Samantha Carter from the Stargate program through the Stargate to the, to the ancient ship Destiny, where the ponies, we're out of space again, had assembled in friendship to magically protect the ship as it was being attacked by... Okay, so we could go with the drones from Stargate Universe, or we could reintroduce something that doesn't exist in Stargate Universe but exists in other Stargate properties. In this case, we're going to go with replicators. By replicators from the Atlantis expedition, and not the ones from the original Stargate series, because those weren't as good. And you don't want to end a sentence when you still have more to write, in this case. So let's see. Let's just go back to the beginning of the sentence, read through it, and let's see, where's the beginning of the sentence? Okay, here's the beginning of the sentence. So then the United Nations Space Command showed up and found Isma and Biffa, and they had to sign a non-disclosure agreement. And they were like, whoa, what is going on here? But they signed it because they have no fears of litigation by the United Nations, as the UN's legal department is busy with refugees after the Dragon Ball incident. And then they got taken by Samantha Carter from the Stargate program through the Stargate to an ancient ship Destiny, where the ponies had assembled in friendship to magically protect the ship as it was being attacked by replicators from the Atlantis expedition, not the ones from the original Stargate series, because those weren't as good. And Isma said, you have my pick, and, new page. Biffa said, you have my axe. And then there was someone else in the shadows who said, you have my... And then, okay, so we want to throw in something here to hint at who the person is, but we don't want to give it away. Now, the best way to do that is to give something incredibly specific. Like, if I said, you have my lava bucket, people would think it was going to be, Zisto. Or if I said, you have my batleth, they would think, oh, okay, it's going to be like Mortok. Is that it? Martok. Yeah, Martok of the Klingon High Command from Stargate Deep Space Nine. But... So, you gotta kind of think here, what's the funniest or the best thing? And, it's almost funny if the last one isn't a weapon. And it's like, and there was someone else in the shadows who said, you have my tires. And it was Herbie, the 53 car from the Love Bug. And now the drones are about to attack. To be continued. Done. Now, whoops. Oh, I gotta sign that. So we're just gonna go ahead and sign this now. And this is, Hermitgate. Actually, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna label this as 2. CH2, Hermitgate. Done. Sign and close. So let's go ahead and give this a quick read. Warning. The extra ing is how important it is to not steal my ideas because I thought them up. Last time the Doctor and Isma blew up the Pokemon Parliament and then the ponies were gone and Biffa told them that the ponies were gone. So the Doctor didn't want to stay because he liked Isma too much, and when he loves someone too much, they die, and this is not foreshadowing that Isma will die because the Doctor left before he could get hurt. So then it was just Biffa and Isma and no ponies. Biffa said to Isma and the no ponies, oh no, we need to find the ponies. Everyone was asked by Biffa and Isma as they were looking for the ponies where the ponies were, and everyone said that they were taken and that Etho did it. And Isma knew that Etho didn't because Etho was busy in his lab making mutagens so the turtles could come from New York and not fly aliens next time. J.J. Abrams got bored making Fringe, and he turned the turtles into a movie. So then this is really hard to read fast. So since Isma knew that Etho didn't take the ponies, he had to ask himself who would want to frame Etho and take the ponies, because someone who just wanted to frame Etho wouldn't have bothered to go through the trouble of taking all the ponies because they have a lot of friendship and are hard to fight with and steal. So then the United Nations Space Command showed up and found Isma and Biffa, and they had to sign a non-disclosure agreement, and they were like, whoa, what is going on here? But they signed it because they have no fears of litigation by the United Nations, as the UN's legal department is busy with refugees after the Dragon Ball incident, and then they got taken by Samantha Carter from the Stargate program through the Stargate to the ancient ship Destiny, where the ponies had assembled in friendship to magically protect the ship as it was being attacked by replicators from the Atlantis expedition and not the original ones from the original Stargate, because those weren't as good. And Isma said, you have my pick, and Biffa said, you have my axe, and then someone else who was in the shadows said, you have my tires, and it was Herbie, the 53 car from the Love Bug, and now the drones are about to attack. To be continued. Done! Box it up and ship it out. Next book, next chapter is ready in my library. Come and get it, boys. Every time I see that stupid slime face over there, I freak out. I think it's a creeper. But anyway, so that's how you write neoclassical fan fiction in the American style by Joe Hills. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.